Give me a second. This is a life-changing moment. Just give me a second. So I get in there, and doctor's like, he's not really conscious, but dad opens his eyes and he sees me. And I'm like, Pop, you all right? What's going on? He's like, he says, Ange, do me a favor. Don't ever ride a motorcycle. He said, get a fast car, get a convertible. Please don't ever get on a bike. And canceled my order. And I haven't been on a motorcycle since 1996. And dad was never the same after that. Couldn't really walk, shoulders were shattered. His body was full of chains and like he would go through into the airport and set up. They were like, "What is this guy's half made of metal? He's more machine now than man." And just nothing but gears and chains. So no motorcycle here. But it's kind of a morbid thing to think about. But dad's ex-wife has his ashes, and I keep thinking like, when they cremate you, what happens to all that metal? Does it melt down? I don't know why I think about that. Bionic Dad, says Mary Jane. Yeah, so that was 1980, was a bad one, and 1996 was just that was the end, and he didn't ride after that. That was the end of it because, how many times are you gonna push your luck? So over the course of his life, due to motorcycle accidents, dad had 42 surgeries and died 12 times. So, I know you guys love your bikes, I get it. I miss it, I miss it. But, man, be careful because everybody who rides for a long time knows you're gonna get wrapped up at some point. You drop the bike, it happens. You get wrapped up, it happens. And whenever I'm on the freeway and someone's just, a couple of bikes are just tearing ass 120, someone in the car with me would be like, "Oh, look at these schmucks." It's more Yiddish. "Look at these schmucks." And all I'm thinking is, "God, guys, please be careful. Please be careful." 'Cause there was one time where it happened, biker just zips by me, and, like, 15, 20 minutes later, there he was. This wasn't that long ago even. I think this is on a drive back from LA not too long ago, and, DOA, DOA. He zipped by, and I don't know, maybe it was 20 minutes, and traffic was backing up, and I was thinking, "Please don't let it be that guy on the bike." And it was, and, there's nothing you can really do. Judging by the look of that accident, they probably cleaned him up with a shovel, would be my guess, because it's just a mess. Marika, if you need a writer, I'm available. Send in a sample. I've gone through 40, 40 writers. Can't find one. Lance traded my 2018 Indian Roadmaster. Oh, that's a nice one for 56 Ford Fairline. Slow and cool for me now. That's the way to do it, man. And I mean, you had the Indian, super cool, classic. I loved when Indian came back. Harley didn't. We were a Harley family, Harley only, Harley only, and that's why Dad left the Blue Knights and started a new club because it was not a. Did you only have to be an active or retired law enforcement officer? You had to drive a Harley or had to ride a Harley, so it was no big Hondas in there, which was always a better ride anyway. But you know how Harley people are. Frank, I saw us. You sold your Sportster, now you drive a Maserati. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Brumman says, saw a dude get trucked by an 18-wheeler at 75. Just ran in front of it. He was 50 foot behind. Not fun seeing buddy's life leave them. I know. I can't even believe it. Went from Bonnevilles to Black Wings. Haven't ridden in 10 years. I'm glad to see that you guys are giving up your bikes. I'm glad to see you're doing that. I wouldn't insist on it because I get it, how awesome it is. Snaggy, yes, the Sportster was an 883. I don't think they've changed, right? The Sportster's still 883. Belt drive on the right. I don't know. Since I got out of riding, and I'm not really that up to date on it. But I mean, I can still tell my panhead from a shovelhead from an evolution. I still know what's what. Dad made us. He made us do it. I didn't want to. Gino didn't want to. Here, we're gonna put together this. We're looking at Gino down there. We're gonna put together this carburetor. Get over here. Change the chain on the bike. This is how James Cameron got the idea for Terminator. Saw your dad joking with love. I appreciate it. I mean, I get sad because I miss him, and because he made stupid decisions. But I had a sense of humor about it, primarily because Dad did. He had a sense of humor about all of it. Moonlight bikes are for guys who already put their children through college. That's fair. Trab just builds them now. No more riding. Test runs up and down the street. I think that's cool. If I lived somewhere rural, I'd have a bike where it's just you. But definitely Vegas, forget it. And Pop was on Long Island, forget it. AJ's Pops was a badass. He was a Superman. Annalie, Happy New Year all. Let's hope for a better one. I hope you didn't have a bad 2025. Mine was okay. 2024 wasn't that great, but 25 was all right. Hey, Frank. Send Hecklefish my regards. You got it.
Shani here.
Hey, pretty smart for a human.
Try to stun it before you engage.
Mr. D. Spark on the lead. Happy New Year to you.
So we might both come out
Rosalind never did dirt bikes. Even if we wanted to, Dad would have never let us ride dirt bikes. He was too much of a Harley guy. He got the little Kawasaki just for us to zip around. Gino, you never rode that little Kawasaki that Dad got, did you? Gino's did. No audio. All right. I don't think Gino ever got into it. He might have been at college. Jane, Long Island is the worst for riding the bike. It really is. That second one was at the intersection in 25A. Up there, 25A out east. Very dangerous. Dreadnought, if you're hypothetically to get a bike, what would I get? Haven't really thought about it. It would be a Harley, of course. But like I said, I'm behind on the models. The last bikes I really remember detailing are like the FLH TC, the Police Special is Dad's last bike. So I remember those. What do you got there, Gino? Your audio's on. I hear you, but your camera's frozen. I don't know if you're frozen for everybody, but you're frozen for me.
Give me 1 second. Pull me back up in 1 second. I got it.
All right. Intergalactic new flying car. I've been looking at some of those. There's 2 companies now. It's basically a big drone. And man, I've been thinking about it because I don't want to say they're not that expensive because they're expensive, but they're as expensive as like an expensive car, but it's a flying car. But then I'm thinking, man, if a motorcycle's dangerous, a flying car can't be that safe. Oh, you got the Lawman, you got the colors.
Yeah.
That's not the official vest, right? I don't think you ever pledged. Oh, that's great. I don't know what that is, but I want.
It's a bunch of his old T-shirts that Alex had made into this for me.
Amazing.
And he had more than one director.
When he died, that had to be the thing he had the most of. Harley shirts and like old bike parts that he would never throw away. He wouldn't throw anything away. Yeah, Lawman is still going strong. Blue Knights is huge. Yeah, Blue Knights is huge. But they didn't like all those Hondas in there. And then they started letting in like auxiliary cops and stuff. Let me drop you down, 'cause it's a little loud. Yeah, that's good stuff. A couple of shield numbers I didn't recognize there. Oh, those are buddies, I guess.
Yeah, that's some of the shirts are
Good shirt. Yeah, that shield was 3327. So you never rode that Kawasaki Dad got, right? I think you were at college.
Yeah, I mean, we got into that accident while we had it, so I never got on it. The accident happened, you know. I don't think anyone would let us on it.
Let us on. Dad was in the hospital 15 months. Nobody was in charge. All right, Gino, you got any stories today? I'm gonna drop you down for a bit, but you got any stories tonight?
I don't have any story hour, but I do have one thing I think to bring up. Jack Delay just recently was on West Nine's podcast, and he said that he is aware that over 20 years
All right,
ago...
hang on to that. So you got Jacques Vallée, astronomer. And I'll bring it back up a bit, but we'll get into that. Abundantly just played Auld Lang Syne on the piano. Very nice. Very nice. Let's check out Times Square. The ball. Make sure I'm live. That audio come. So what do we got? A little bit under 2 hours. I think Seacrest is still going. I think Seacrest is still doing his thing. The guy's a warrior. Valonaut Air Bike. I don't think I know that one, Scott. Figment's 20 minutes of fly time, no thanks. Yeah, that is a problem. And, you know, good luck getting airspace or permission. I don't know how they're going to handle it. Oh, good question. We'll bring Gino back up for this question. Did you ever drink that last Go Girl?
Still in the office.
Go Girl.
It's just aging, like a fine wine. I guess we're about 4 or 5 years out of it.
Go Girl still in the office. Where are you? Are you in town?
Yeah, you know, come around.
If you want to come by here, come on by.
I appreciate it. Maybe I'll see you later.
All right. Drop him down for just a bit. I don't know what they're showing here. I don't know what that was. Seacrest must take Adderall or something. For sure. For sure. I think Gino got his mic fixed there, OG. All right, a couple of super chats. The Shitty Schmitty, Happy New Year to you. Appreciate the $2.99. Rev saying, can't wait for the basement. Shooting the first one, I think, Monday. I think we're shooting the first one Monday. And, man, we're shooting a bunch in January. I've got a beast. I've got a beast of January. We're shooting, I think, 4... I'm just looking at the calendar. I think we're shooting 4 basements. I got 3 episodes coming, maybe 4 Wild Files episodes. Some campfire stories, and then I got Tucker. So I'm gone like the 18th to the 21st. I'll hop on Tucker's show, but I don't know when he airs those. And I don't know how that's gonna go. I don't know what we're gonna talk about. But that is coming. So the basement is coming very, very soon. I hope you like it. Kind of nervous about it. Chief Navy, slow-mo the chat, please. It's on slow-mo. So you can only send a message every 60 seconds. I mean, do you guys want me to slow it down some more? I can. I can slow it down. Derek Bridge, I notice you. If you tag me, I'll notice you easier. But that one slipped by. I got you. Daniel, talk about World Trade Center 6. I'm going to do a whole episode on 9/11. That's one of the things that I want to talk to Tucker about. Because now that he's covered it, I think we can do it. You know, look and sound so much more Italian, New York Italian than AJ. Aren't y'all brothers? I think we look alike. I was a young actor, so when I went to my first acting teacher, you know, when I was a teenager, I forget what I performed, but you have to do like a monologue to get into the class. I got it. So I did the monologue. This is Michael Blinderman. Rest in peace. He was amazing. So I did my monologue, and he goes, "I can tell you're very talented, but I can't understand a word you're saying." So, I forget what it was because my accent was so thick. But fortunately, Michael was also a speech therapist. So he helped me get rid of my accent, but it still slips in if I drink. If I'm hanging out with Gino, it'll slip out there. Certainly when it was me, Gino, and Dad hanging out, you know, eating Five Guys or whatever, I would talk like that just the whole time. It would just be Bronx the whole time. But yeah, so I lost the accent, Michael. Different accents and voices and stuff. B Kelly, how do you tag? Just hit the @ and then type the person's handle and you can tag them. Hail Space Panda says Jackson Kegel. Tina, I don't remember my monologue. I don't remember what it was from. I do remember some lines from it. I'm not going to do it now because I don't remember all of it. But I don't remember where I got it from. So, I was taking classes in New York City at just random places.
Let's head home at the Red Lake balcony lift.
You know, Michael's class was one-on-one or one on just 2 or 3 of us. It was pretty cool. I don't think I ever told the story about how I was very close to being cast on Beverly Hills 90210. I auditioned for the casting director at the time was Sid Levin. I auditioned out in Long Island, and I forget exactly what happened, but I mean I crushed it. And she said, "You know, I wish I would have met you a few weeks ago because I'm putting together this show about kids in Beverly Hills. You would be perfect." It was the part David, I forget. I used to watch it, but I forget. And I was like, oh, that's too bad. And then later on, the show blew up. Michael had some but that's been my career the whole time since I was in theater. Since then, I've always been second. I always came in second. MTV, when I was a teenager, auditioned for MTV. I lost that gig to Jay Moore. I forget or something. I lost that gig to Jay Moore, and I teased him about it a little bit when he was in the studio. So I came in second, Jay Moore, and second, all the way through. I got to LA, and another show I was screen testing for. I had the gig. It was for CBS. I was screen testing, like, on the lot at CBS, ready to go. Agents are very excited. Like, I got this thing booked. And then one of the guys in the fashion was just like, oh, I want to. Always second. You gotta keep swinging, though. C. Dubious. And everyone else, congratulations on another successful rotation around our star. That just makes me nervous when you say that. You know, I'm afraid of impacts and stuff. Eric, can you do an episode of Las Vegas Aliens? We aren't going to cover that. We were talking about that just the other day. I'll roll it into an episode with some other sightings. That's a good one because there's real footage. And it's body cam footage. So it's legit real, where you even see the cops going, I don't know what that is. And that was the green meteor, green object. He just came up. It is haunted. It was a green meteor, and I'd never seen green shooting stars or meteors or anything until within the last 2 years. And now I see them. I've seen 2 or 3 since I've been here. Right. And now, of course, the first thing I think of is I wonder what backyard that alien just landed in. Eric, you're very welcome.
Yes.
Shannon.
Hey.
Whale Tail.
Yes.
Jason, say hi to your wife for me. Cast Henry going for Corpus. Or if the CIA are watching me. It's either the CIA are watching me or I am CIA. That's the comments that I get. Thoughts on American Sasquatch and the Pleiades documentary. I haven't seen it yet. It's on my list. I'm where to look at that because I like David Pleiades, please. I like him. I like Missing 411. I don't really like Bigfoot. I don't really like Bigfoot stories. I talk about them because people do, but I will watch that. Privacy, looking forward to the campfire stories. Let me see if I can get you some. I'll tell you which ones I did. You just pretend to care. Just pretend to care. All right. We're doing Rain Man, the Possession of Don Decker. And Gino, just nod if you know these. The Possession of Don Decker is a crazy one. Doing a campfire story about the Black-Eyed Kids. Gino knows that one for sure. The Village of the Dead. It's kind of a cool title, but that's really the Kersey time slip story. Campfire story, Phone Calls from the Dead. That's the Charles Peck story. Charles is on the Metrolink in LA. I remember this. Train crash. He dies. But after he dies, he starts calling all his loved ones. And for 11 hours, he calls his fiancée, his parents, his siblings, his kids. And he's dead the whole time. But because of the phone calls, they're able to triangulate his phone. And rescue workers go in there and they find Charles. I'm going to spoil it right now, but that's okay. They find Charles, but they never find the phone. They just never find the phone. Campfire, The Heart of Sonny Graham. So that's what I was talking about earlier. This is a heart transplant where the memories of the guy who had the heart get transferred into Sonny, which in the 90s they discovered is kind of a thing because the heart has neurons just like the brain. So I think it's in something like 90% of heart transplant cases. They did a study, 73 people. 90% of the 73 saw personality changes, preferences in food, preferences in music, changes in temperament, and memories. There was one kid, it is kind of creepy, and that's what these campfire stories are just creepy stories. There was one kid, I think he was 4, had a heart transplant from another kid about his age, but the kid with the new heart didn't know anything about the donor. You're 4. They're not going to sit you down and say, here's what happened. But the kid with the new heart said, tell Timmy to be careful that he doesn't fall down, and tell Timmy to stay away from Power Rangers. And they were like, what? They don't know what any of that is. It turned out that he got the heart from a kid named Timmy, who died when he fell off a ledge reaching for a Power Ranger toy. Crazy. And the last one I shot is the campfire story for The Unfavorable Semicircle, which is a crazy, weird YouTube internet mystery. So the campfire stories, at least so far, and I've got 28 written. 6 are shot, 28 are written. They're all true, and they're all unsolved. So that's why there's no real debunk. There are hundreds of sightings of these kids, and they're so creepy. And the Kersey time slip, I covered a little bit in the time slip episode, which was a fun one. This one goes into more detail about what they saw when they went into the village, the smells. It was like frozen in time. Kind of a cool story. Possession of Don Decker. Possession of Don Decker is a crazy one. I titled it Rain Man. Possession of Don Decker is rain. This is a true story. Rain forms in the air around this man wherever he goes. Wherever he goes. He goes to prison inside a concrete cell with no windows, no pipes or anything, concrete. It rains on him. And this is documented. Corrections officers, all of this. One officer goes in because Don is screaming. He's freaking out. He's screaming for the guards. So one of the officers goes in, and his name is Welbort. Welbort goes in there, sees all the water, and he's like, what are you doing? He thought he was just messing with him, like it was a toilet or something, but it wasn't. Don was just sitting on his bunk like a crazy person, and it's just raining it in the cell. So the officer goes in there, everything's dry, but he's getting wet. And then word quickly spreads through the cell block, of course. And the warden, he was technically a lieutenant, says, "Bring this Decker guy over," because he doesn't believe any of this. And the lieutenant sits Decker down and says, "Okay, make it rain. Make it rain in here." And Don just goes really still and starts concentrating. And there's a captain standing right here. So there's witnesses to all this. The captain standing right here, is kind of watching, and then bloop, water right on his chest. Bloop. He's just getting wet. And it just starts bloop, it just starts raining in the room. And it took like 2 days, and they just let this guy out of jail. It wasn't like a hardcore criminal. You know, he was just a kid. I think he bought stolen property off the back of a truck or something. Like, who hasn't done that? And they just let this guy just go away. And the rain phenomenon never really stopped. It just kind of settled down. I won't spoil the story because we're probably going to release this week. But this turns out to be another real phenomenon. I forget, there's a name for it. Let me get the name because I forget. I try to do that in all these episodes also, is I'll tell the spooky story, and then rather than debunk it, I'll tell you why it's true. The name for this is recurrent spontaneous psychokinesis, RSPK. It's been documented over 100 times. So it happens when someone grows up with extreme trauma and they have no outlet for it. And then later in life, that trauma manifests itself as psychokinesis. And in Don's case, it was rain and kind of like possession. I'm spoiling the whole story, but that's okay. It's just us. Because while he's in the room with the lieutenant, the captain, 2 officers witnessing all of this, this is all documented. All these stories, go Google them, and you'll see unsolved, unsolved, unsolved. While they're in there and it's raining, Don starts like rocking back and forth. His eyes roll back. He's smiling this crazy smile, and suddenly scratches just open up on his neck, and he just starts bleeding. And they don't know what to do. They grab like gauze. They're wrapping him up, to stop the bleeding, and then scratches appear across his face. Just these lines. They would just watch his face open up. And I have some quotes from the officers. Like Walbert said, "I've been a cop for 12 years, never seen anything like this. The water fell, but there was no source." They brought in the lieutenant. They're trying to figure this out. They're calling doctors, scientists. Nobody really believes them. So they call the one person, in the facility that they think can help. They call the prison chaplain. And the prison chaplain shows up, and he's like, "Oh, no, this is," because he's speaking in tongues. It's like possession. It's like exorcist. And the prison chaplain starts reciting this prayer. And halfway through the prayer, his throat closes like Vader. Just, and he never gets the prayer out. The chaplain choked mid-prayer. Whatever held Don Decker was stronger than God. That's how that scene ends. On the streams, I used to read these scripts live for you guys. If you want, and people seem to like it, I'm going to start a poll. Want me to read any campfire stories tonight? Give me a sec. All right, we'll drop a poll in there. We'll see what you guys want to do. Because I have some show prep, but it's mostly just the same stuff from last week. Let me see if I can get that up there. There we go. Yeah, it's really just the same stuff. For stories, we've got the UFO UAP report surge in underwater objects. That might be worth talking about. When we bring Gino up, we can go through some of these. Arctic frozen reef ecosystem, get into that. Epstein files declassification. We could talk about that if you guys want to. Most distant supernova at cosmic dawn. Maya founder's tomb with jade mask. Tutmosis tomb discovery. We talked about that last time. Still cool. 20 new deep sea species. I don't care about that. Quantum spin liquid breakthrough. That was from an older story from a week or two ago, but I'm interested in that. Oh, but this is the inside baseball. This is my prep kit, which I hardly ever use. I spend all this time prepping for the show, and I never do it. I just end up talking to you guys and super chatting, and listening to Gino's stories. And you know what? I think it works. I think it works just fine. High Society, let's go. Bring me back to the OGY files. Cool. I mean, I'm looking at the poll, and it's pretty... It's 91% say, hell yeah, son, creep me out. So we'll let that go to maybe 2,000 votes to see, because you guys are quick on the draw. I know that you're fans. I hope you like the campfire stories. There's no jokes. Hecklefish isn't in these. Which was a hard decision because I really like him there. But I felt like a couple of the stories, even after spending time writing and researching them, during the performance, as I'm reading the prompter, a couple of them were giving me chills still. It just says Mr. Ball and his OG. That's legit. That's legit. He was here a long time. He paved the way for a lot of us. Daniel, why do you have so many chairs? It's a bar. It's a bar, so if people are here hanging out, they can sit. That's all. Most bars have chairs, right? I don't have anything in MH370, but we'll probably cover it at some point. Word is 2026, but no promises of disclosure. No disclosures coming. Kevin, Shroud of Turin is one of my favorites. I'll probably do it because we have some new information. So I think I will cover it. Yeah, see, now more people are voting, so more people are saying no. More people saying no, but we'll see. And just so you know, if it helps your vote, the campfire stories are about 7 minutes, 7-8 minutes. So you know what? I'll get these set up so I can just dive in. If we're gonna do these, I'll dive into what I think are the strongest ones first. That's how you have to do it in show business, right? You start with the strongest stuff. Yeah, so we have Unfavorable Semicircle, The Heart of Sonny Graham, Phone Calls from the Dead, The Village of the Dead, which is just a time slip, but it's creepy. Black Eyed Kids, which isn't my favorite, and the Rain Man story. And they all start the same way. Gather round. This happened. Of course, disclosures coming in 2026, says Hank. The Spielberg movie with the big laughy face. I get your sarcasm. I could do a whole long episode on Spielberg, but I would hear from his lawyers. And I'm not looking to go toe-to-toe with a billionaire. I'm not afraid of Dan Crenshaw, but I'm not messing with Spielberg. I have to check in with Sean to see how that lawsuit's coming along. But I would wager all the secret gold coins that I have stashed in case of the apocalypse. I would wager all those gold coins that lawsuit's going nowhere. Rim, how about a legend of the 2 suns or 2 moons being recorded in the last 10 years? I would get into that. Now, if you want, if you have topic suggestions, here is not the place, by the way. I mean, you can, but things move so fast that I don't take notes during these. I do during the Patreon streams, by the way. So if you're a Patreon member, I guess I'm doing a plug. We do live streams for Patreon members, and instead of 7,500 people, there's usually 75 people. A busy one will be 100. Now there, Yeah, never talk about the Clintons, son of Emo Project. Now there, I keep my notebook open for topics, so we get a lot of topics from the Patreon AMAs. But here it just goes too fast. So the wifiles.com/tips. You can email team@thewifiles.com. We read those. If you hop on Discord, if you open a ticket with a topic suggestion, we see those. Or on the official Reddit, you just start a new post, and there's flair for topic suggestion. We read those. Cynthia loves her Patreon subscription. I'm glad you do. We have a lot more content coming for you, I promise. Phineas Patreon streams rock. They're a lot of fun because everybody's camera is on, including the members. So we get to see everybody. Shout out to the mods working on a New Year's Eve. Sanzel is here. Mary Jane is here. I'm looking to see what other mods I missed. Shout out to the mods. And mods, be careful with the with spamming links, because I think Mischief got in trouble for that. So I appreciate the plugs, but just be careful. Just be careful with those. All right, I'm not seeing anybody yet. I can only scroll back so far. Beezy's here. Mary Jane. Beezy's always very solid. I wouldn't be surprised if AC isn't here. You see AC a lot on the 24/7 stream. Razzle, yay mods. Not Lauren, very reliable. She's always on the 24/7s. Paul says, my ball just dropped. It was a Happy New Year. Good to hear, Paul. Paul, the biggest supporter of the channel since the beginning. Johan Brun, 3409, 699 Canadian. You've entertained me and kept me company all week while I get over this horrible flu. Thank you. You're very welcome. Hope you're feeling better. Flu sucks. Flu is terrible. Worse than COVID. Killed more people than COVID. Jane Shell, 2447, $10. Thank you so much for getting my calendar here before Christmas. You're welcome. The team worked really hard to get that stuff out in time for the holidays. I think it's right up to like the 22nd. Merch was landing in time for Christmas, and the calendars came out great, better than I even expected. I think they're just about sold out if you want those, and I don't know if I can even find them because I never go on the store. Wi-Fi's calendar. All right, so we do have some left. They're on sale. You know what that means? That means we've got to get rid of them for $20. They're worth $20, I promise. There's not Lauren. Here's to an amazing 2026. Happy New Year's. Same to you. Thanks for hanging out on the 24/7 stream so much. I appreciate that. And after we're done here, you guys will be redirected to the 24/7 stream if you want to see what's happening over there. It's a lot of fun. Melissa Barrows, 8189 for 2. Hi, everyone. Today is my birthday.
Do we have a birthday here? Yes, we have a birthday here. Birthday where?
Birthday here.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you, Melissa. Bull says, orbs are real. See Avatar. Ooh, is that a real orb? We're going to be talking about orbs on the basement this in a couple of weeks. A man who can summon them. If I could summon orbs, I don't know if I'd want to. You guys would summon orbs, though. Dr. G, New Year's live stream? This is like a second Christmas.
I like the way this human thinks.
I don't know about that, but I appreciate it. Oh, there's all the birthday wishes for Melissa. You guys are the best. John says 7.4 thousand watching, only 4.3 thousand likes. Let's go. You know what? I'm not going to complain about that. That's a pretty good ratio. That's a pretty good ratio. You know, in YouTube land, in the analytics, if you get like 5% likes, it's very strong. So if we're getting 60, I'm not going to complain. Earbuds keep falling out, but you know it's not professional.
Could you just one time conduct this live stream in a professional manner?
Tammy says, Happy New Year. I was curious, when you were little, what did you all want to be when you grew up? I mean, you start out just wanting to be a cop until you're around a lot of cops, and then you're like, eh. Although I almost did it. I was just 2 days away from signing a contract and going on. Like, eh. When I was little, I don't know. I don't know what we really talked about. I know Gino liked animals. He wanted to be a vet. I can't see Gino going to med school. I mean, he can't go to med school. Not with all that weed. There's too much studying. I'm watching your face, Gino. I see him. But I don't know. We're probably just the same kid stuff. Policeman, fireman. My family wanted me to be an astronaut. I don't know. I don't know why. I'm afraid of heights. I'm afraid of heights. I can't be an astronaut. Super Bob for 10. Now, I wasn't afraid of heights as a kid, though. That came later. Wonder why. Been around since year 2, when things were really janky. I hope to be in a position to finally be able to support you financially in Patreon this year. Thanks for all the hard work you and your team do. Thanks for the $10, Bob. You could have got 3 months of Patreon with that. But if money's tight, hold on to it. Hold on to it, please. Just watching is good enough for me. Jeremy, thank you for the 5. Happy New Year's, Wi-Fi's. Hashtag we want the basement. It's coming. And Tammy's back. Also, hi, Mom. I love you. I'm so glad I made you obsessed with this show, too. Hi, Mom. Mom is the best. Remy saying hashtag Hecklefish for president. Me for VP, I would never make it through. They would never let me serve in a public office. Although I'd be down to do it because then you get that cool stock information, right? I want some of those stock tips, those Pelosi Crenshaw stock tips. Remember, let's not be worried or concerned about millionaires who become politicians. Let's be concerned with politicians who become millionaires. Here's Dr. D-Rock for 50. You know what that means. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro.
Human, I want you to know I said human. Thank you for all the dough. Tipping, as I'm sure you will find, always is a good time. Ooh, 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 it's fun to tip the F-I-S-H. It's fun to tip the F-I-S-H.
When I run those, I think about the people who are here for the first time, how weird this must be. This is such a weird stream. I don't mind it. Dr. D, Happy New Year to all. Thank you for your kindness and efforts in making amazing content that gets us asking the important questions. We all appreciate you very much. That's very kind, Dr. D. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for the generous donation. All right, super chats, super chats. Super chats. All right, caught up on those. Checking on the poll, we are 87 to 13. All right, so if Campfire wins, which it looks like it's going to, because we have about a third of our viewers voting. If you're voting no, remember they're short. They're short, and I won't read them back to back to back. I'll do one. If you like it, we'll do it again. You know, maybe I'll run another poll. Like yes, sir. I'll take another. I never heard of Buckazoids, Matt, but email that in. I'm curious. Eric says, first time. Yeah, my first time. And after watching so many episodes, nah, not that weird anymore. LOL. Yeah, you kind of figure it out. The comment I see all the time is, I hated Hecklefish at first, and now I can't imagine the show without him. That is not an unusual comment. Gino, you get your camera fixed? Because you've been frozen down there. Frozen like I'm in a cursey time slip right now. Oh, he just left. He just dropped off. There's Marcus. As a diehard introvert, thank you for spending New Year's Eve with us. I'm the same, man. So I feel you. I'm happy to do this. If you watch the holiday streams, you see that they come in here and drag me out. Very rarely I'm like, all right, well, that's a wrap. Happy holiday. They usually come into the bar here and they pull me away and I'm like, just 5 more minutes. because I can hear all the people out there. Let me see if I can see them. Maybe I'll throw a camera on these guys. Nah, you won't be able to see them through the courtyard. 1% to tips, says Obtuse Man. I don't know if you guys saw that video I did for Christmas. I was trying to do a Christmas message. I couldn't really think of one, but the 1% is, yeah, if you have the means, if you're getting by, set aside 1% of your income, gross or net, however you want to do it. Set aside that 1% and tip the people at the end of the year who took care of you all year. So for me, that's a lot of people that make my life easier. So what UPS guy, garbage man, mailman, my dry cleaner, the woman who like hems my pants and fixes my shirt so I don't look so old and fat. I tip her well. You got to tip her well because she makes me look thinner. So take care of those people. They're very important. And you'll be surprised at how surprised they are to be appreciated. Will says, good evening, Happy New Year. Same to you. He's putting 1979 in there, your birth year, just as a taunt to all us Gen Xers. Happy New Year's, Nick Tesla. I'm a big fan of your work. Keela says, I feel like the Basement Podcast is what's going to put the Wi-Fi's into Art Bell territory. I love how humble you are, but keep saying it because that's what they see. Yeah, I don't know. Those shoes are way too big to fill, but I do appreciate it. The Wi-Fi, the Basement, I guess, is going to be very Art Bell-like because I'm not going to do confrontational interviews. I'm not going to debate. If we have someone on there who's saying like really outlandish stuff, I'll press a little bit, but more about how did you arrive at this conclusion? That everybody has the ability to levitate. All right, well, a lot of hosts would, I don't know, be a jerk about it. No, we can't. There's no evidence. What's your proof? I'm not going to do that. Instead, I just want to know, all right, how do you get from not really believing or understanding that to believing it? Walk me through the process. Still, your seamstress isn't your wife? No. I drag her sewing machine around the house. She never uses it. I still have curtains dragging on the floor here. Are you supposed to be live on Patreon? No. All I can find is a poster saying you're running behind. No. K-Dub born in 81, just rubbing it in. WT, have you thought about some basement shows where you take phone calls like Art Bell? I probably wouldn't do phone calls, especially like Art Bell, who didn't screen the calls. That would be crazy to do now. I don't want to deal with Baba Booey calls or haters. But Gino and I are probably going to do some shows live where we'll take questions from the chat. Those will be a little bit safer. We can mod those. So Gino and I are working on that format, where he'll probably come in with some weird stories, some crazy videos, and then together, all of us in the chat will just go through, see what we can debunk, what we can't, just kind of dig into the stories. We'll do that together. And I want to do it live because you guys will be able to point us in directions that maybe I wouldn't see. So I know there's going to be people going, no, that's true. Go look at this one, look at this video, look at that one. Gary, you remember the Baba Booey phone calls? Jaster, Book of Seth would be a great topic, but you got to email that in because I'm not going to remember. All right, where's Gino's back? Rodney, here's a little bit for Hecklefish's next investment. He buys a lot of crypto. I'm not giving advice. Just telling you what he does. He's hodl. He's hodl all day long. The Slimer, thanks for that compliment. You're very, very kind. Solomon, no more beavers. I don't know. I love the beavers. We're going through the comments to see beavers, yes or no, but Morgan just makes me laugh. Hi, EFR432. I see you. They're sober. Happy New Year's. There's Luna. What are your thoughts on the show, Mr. Robot? I feel like it would appeal to the conspiracy theories. Also, Happy New Year. I love that show. I thought it was a great show. Very well performed. But, you know, anything, Christian Slater's the best. Anything you can watch. Ghost Rider, can I come and interview you about Hecklefish? A loan shark gave me some info on his habits. Oh, no, man, we can't do that. We're going to get him in trouble. Hecklefish should do a live chat. Maybe. Timothy says more beavers. I like where you're at. Kathleen, thank you for that. Oh, I'm going to have to fix these headphones. They're driving me nuts. Keith, appreciate the 5. More beaver, more beaver. Robert Clark, that's always in my head when I think about Mr. Robot. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Domo, domo. Domo, domo. Ramos, first time watching a stream, long time sub. This is all it really is. Like it doesn't get better. It doesn't get worse. But it doesn't get better. It's not.
Well, my favorite
If you
repeat
want to
customer.
learn how to do a
Don't tell the
professional
others.
live stream, watch something else. This ain't it.
Southside love from Chicago. Love that city. Haven't been there in a while, but I love that city. Amanda says, bring back the echo. That's from the beginning of the show. I just couldn't get the audio right, which tracks. That's normal. Gary, Hecklefish for president? I'd like to see that. And we got No Name Jack for $100.
I'm so tired, I'm a human. We've been together too long. I should have my own show. The moron says I am wrong.
Here's Gino.
So while he lay there asleeping, I had my laptop in bed. So I logged into Reddit. There was a message that read, do you want to be on YouTube? Do you like to entertain? Come and be my co-host. You only need half a brain. If you like aliens and pyramids, conspiracies catch you high, then you're the co-host I'm looking for. Message me and apply.
No Name Jack. Happy New Year's, everyone. I love that one. Thanks for doing this and allowing us to hang out with y'all as my very considerate neighbors light fireworks all night, scaring my dogs. So annoying, right? I have the most annoying dogs next door. At least I can use this for an excuse to stay in for the night. All the best for 2026. Thanks, Jack. Appreciate that. Very, very generous donation. Let's see what's going on in New York. There's the bull. Hang on, just clearing out some super chats here. Got those. Let's see. Gino having technical difficulties. You switched it up.
I used
Yeah, you're up. You sound good. You're not frozen. Did you ever do Times Square New Year's? I don't think we ever did. Where was that? Did you go downtown?
You're chilling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh,
made everything worse.
oh,
We had get giant stuff. So he had the bag. In his bag, and he's trying to it's just a mess. And he wouldn't let the bag go because he said, "I don't want to live." We're like, "Dude, you just ruined this whole. People won't even sit near us." And he's like, "No, I don't want to litter." So he had a soggy, vomit-soaked bag that he just held on to. Pat was a good time. Rest in peace. Pat died in the line of duty, serving diplomatic service down in Colombia. So rest in peace. You can see his flag is on my wall, actually.
Yeah, I think we have a picture of him guarding the Dalai Lama on the set.
We do. Yeah. In fact, the Dalai Lama loved Pat so much that whenever he would come to New York, he always requested Pat for personal protection for PPD. Always wanted Pat. A good time. And one of the last times I saw it, I'm like, "Hey, can you get me to meet Dalai Lama? That'd be awesome."
Imagine being able
control tower. Let's go to the control tower. Go to the container storage. Hey, don't shoot!
Hey, Raider.
You have water. That's all I'm looking for.
Hello?
Yeah, I think this one here. What's up? I got one. I'll run you guys yourself, man. Let's go listen. Got a water filter. That's a W ring. What's up, bro? Yo. Yes, sir.
Hey!
What up?
Let's head home at the east elevator.
Echoes in my head, they won't fade. Memory lane, potholes and mistakes I made. Chasing shadows, they got me running in place. Every wrong turn left a map on my face. Dreams cracked open, eggshell days. Scrambled thoughts, sunny sides of me. Clock ticking loud, drowning my intention. Hands spinning circles, feeding my attention. Lost in the haze, can't see the shore. Keep swimming, but I'm sinking more. Lost in the haze, mind's a maze. Searching for peace in this endless phase. Mirror talks back, whispers my flaws. Laughter's a band-aid covering the cause. Mine's a haunted house, ghosts of the past. Skeleton closets, doors locked fast. Tried to paint a smile, canvas won't dry. Tears in the corner, hiding in my eyes. Lost in the haze, can't see the shore. Keep swimming, but I'm sinking more. Lost in the haze, mind's a maze. Searching for peace in this endless phase. Late night talks with my shadow on the wall. Told him I'd climb, but I'm scared to fall. Crowds in my chest, storms in my brain. Umbrella dreams soaking in the rain. Lost in the haze, can't see the shore. Keep swimming, but I'm sinking more. Lost in the haze, mind's a maze. Searching for peace in this endless phase. take flight. Dance with the gypsy fire tonight. Smoke swirls wild, the moon plays shy. A violin cries like a bird in the sky. Stories untold, a song in the glow. One step forward, two steps free. Lose yourself in the melody. Dance with the gypsy fire tonight. Stand in circles, chase the light. Hands up high, hearts take flight. Dance with the gypsy fire tonight. Wind it hums, a secret tune. The sand it shuffles under the moon. No past, no future, just this flame. The rhythm's calling your name. The wind it hums a secret tune. The sand it shuffles under the moon. No past, no future, just this flame. The rhythm's calling your name. Blacktop, kids play tag. Pockets stay empty, dreams in a brown bag. Hustle on the corner, coins in a tin can. Echo of the boombox, beats like a quicksand. Sweat on the forehead, sun kissing the grind. Heartbeat syncopated, rhythm unwind. Chasing the paper, but the soul gets tight. Music cracks the sky, let's in the moonlight. Money runs fast, but the music slows. Life's too short, let the rhythm grow. Kids in the street with the song to show. Love in the air, let the melody flow. Love in the air, let the melody flow. Love in the air, let the melody flow. Fingers strum strings, little hands on the drum. Neighborhood orchestra, pure as it comes. They laugh in the chaos, sing through the fight. No dollar sign bright as their smiles ignite. Vinyl spinning wisdom, scratches telltales. Reggae in the breeze, wind fills the sails. Hustle is the anchor, but the beat's the breeze. Carrying the youth on these sound wave skis. Money runs fast, but the music's slow. Life's too short, let the rhythm grow. Kids in the street with the song to show. Love in the air, let the melody flow. Love in the air, let the melody flow. Love in the air, let the melody flow. Feet hit the pavement, hearts hit the beat. Our songs are safe haven, soul retreat. Feet hit the pavement, hearts hit the beat. Our songs are safe haven, a soul retreat. Feet hit the pavement, hearts hit the beat. Our songs are safe haven, a soul retreat. Money runs fast, but the music slows. Life's too short, let the rhythm grow. Kids in the street with the song to show. Love in the air, let the melody flow. Love in Little feet on the floor, tiny hands on the drum, coins in the couch, but the joy never numb. Wake up, rent due, brain doing backflips. Quarter tank gas, whole dash full of traffic. Phone on mute, bill collector doing ad-libs. Still pour milk, turn the cartoon classic. Crayon on the wall, that my platinum plaque. Peanut butter toast at the label advance. Streaming number small, but the volume max. They dance in pajamas, call it stadium chant. Money is a hustle, but the music's slow to soul. Kids in the kitchen make the bad days go. We broke on the surface, rich in the sunlight. Music slow to soul enough to really love life. To really love life, yeah. To really love life, yeah. Hand-me-down kicks, but the beat brand new. Ketchup on rice, still a 5-star crew. Neighbors complain, stomp broom on the roof, but the baseline smooth, whole mood bulletproof. Tax form stress on the dining room table. Still spin spoons, turn the pots into cable. Little hum, little rhyme, whole room gets stable. Heartbeat drum, that rhythm so faithful. Kids laugh on the one, bills scream on the two. I two-step through the worry till the sky turn blue. Money keep running, we stroll through the strife. Music slow the soul enough to fall in love with life. Money is a hustle, but the music slow the soul. Kids in the kitchen make the bad days go. We broke on the surface, rich in the sunlight. Music slow the soul enough to really love life. To really love life, yeah. To really love
Yeah. Yeah.
Charlie does fingers on a record spin. Kids on the block with a crooked grin. Pocket chain dreams, pennies to the sky. Lunch money low, but the vibes stay high. Backpacks bumping, beats on blast. Sidewalk ciphers where the stories clash. Scraped up knees, still a champion stance. Life's a shuffle, every step's a dance. Turntables hum, life on repeat. Grooves in the vinyl where the world meets. Money's the hustle, but the music's the goal. Young hearts strumming on the strings of the soul. Young, the strings of the soul. Pavement high, bare souls carry weight. Nudes. Yeah, yeah. Chalk dust fingers on the record spin. Kids on the block with a crooked grin. Pocket chain dreams, pennies to the sky. Lunch money low, but the vibes stay high. Backpacks bumping, beats on blast. Sidewalk ciphers where the stories clash. Scraped up knees, still a champion stance. Life's a shuffle, every step's a dance. Turntables hum, life on repeat. Grooves in the vinyl where the world meets. Money's the hustle, but the music's the goal. Young hearts strumming on the strings of the soul. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Pavement hot, bare souls carry weight. Notes in the air like a feast on a plate. Melodies up where the world feels cold. Drumline.
Hey. Pockets full of air, dreams full of gold. Chasing what I can't hold, stories getting old. Shoes scuffed pavements, my therapist. Every crack in the concrete's a narrative. Faded bills, couldn't pay the rent, but the sky looks rich. Clouds heaven sent, hunger in my chest. Whispering prayers, all I got is this breath. Pockets full of air, yeah.
Pockets full of air, nothing to spend. But I got time, let the wind extend. Pockets full of air, the weight feels alive. Still I'm climbing up these stairs tonight.
Mirror talks back, but the voice ain't mine. Shadow of a king in a broke man's shrine. Street lights flicker, rhythm on my walk. Silent nights louder than the words I talk. Used to think the ground would fill my hands, but the tighter I grip, the quicker it ran. Crumple receipts for things I can't bear. Nothing in my wallet, just pockets of air.
Balloons rise when the weight ain't real. Empty feels heavy, but it's how I heal. Floating through the static, life's unfair, but I'm still here with these pockets of air. Pockets full of air, nothing to spend, but I got time, let the wind extend. Pockets full of air, the weight feels alive. Still I'm climbing up these stairs tonight.
Pockets full of air, dreams full of gold. Chasing what I can't hold, stories getting old. Shoes scuffed, pavements my therapist. Every crack in the concrete's a narrative. Faded bills, couldn't pay the rent, but the sky looks rich. Clouds heaven sent, hunger in my chest. Whispering prayers, all I got is this breath. Pockets full of air.
Pockets full of air, nothing to spend, but I got time, let the wind extend. Pockets full of air, the weight feels light. Still I'm climbing up these stairs tonight.
Mirror talks back, but the voice ain't mine. Shadow of a king in a broke man's shrine. Street lights flicker, rhythm on my walk. Silent nights louder than the words I talk. Used to think the ground would fill my hands, but the tighter I grip, the quicker it ran. Crumple receipts for things I can't bear. Nothing in my wallet, just pockets of air.
Oh, balloons rise when the weight ain't real. Empty feels heavy, but it's how I heal. Floating through the static, life's unfair, but I'm still here with these pockets of air. Pockets full of air, the weight feels light. Still I'm climbing up these stairs tonight.
Empty pockets full of dreams, still I'm floating. Wallet on a diet, but my mind wide open. Chasing clouds, paper planes in the breeze. Bills stacking nowhere, but I'm rich in these trees. Got lint in the corner, call it pocket confetti. Moving slow, but the grind stays steady. Who needs gold when you got free air? Breathe deep, every inhale a millionaire. Pockets full of air, ain't a thing to spare. Still walking tall, life's a solitaire. No weight on me, just a win to share. Pockets full of air, man, I don't care. Pockets full of air, ain't a thing to spare. Still walking tall, life's a solitaire. No weight on me, just a win to share. Pocket. Empty pockets full of dreams, still I'm floating. Wallet on a diet, but my mind wide open. Chasing clouds, paper planes in the breeze. Bills stacking nowhere, but I'm rich in these trees. Got lint in the corner, call it pocket confetti. Moving slow, but the grind stays steady. Who needs gold when you got free air? Breathe deep, every inhale a millionaire. Pockets full of air, ain't a thing to spare. Still walking tall, life's a solitaire. No weight on me, just a wind to share. Pockets full of air, man, I don't care. Cracked phone screens. Echoes in my head, they won't fade. Memory lane, potholes and mistakes I made. Chasing shadows, they got me running in place. Every wrong turn left a map on my face. Dreams cracked open, eggshell days. Scrambled thoughts, sunny sides of me. Clock ticking loud, drowning my intention. Hands spinning circles, feeding my attention. Lost in the haze, can't see the shore. Keep swimming, but I'm sinking more. Lost in the haze, mind's a maze. Searching for peace in this endless phase. Mirror talks back, whispers my flaws. Laughter's a band-aid covering the cause. Mine's a haunted house, ghosts of the past. Skeleton closets, doors locked fast. Tried to paint a smile, canvas won't dry. Tears in the corner, hiding in my eyes. Lost in the haze, can't see the shore. Keep swimming, but I'm sinking more. Lost in the haze, mind's a maze. Searching for peace in this endless phase. Late night talks with my shadow on the wall. Told him I'd climb, but I'm scared to fall. Crowds in my chest, storms in my brain. Umbrella dreams soaking in the rain. Lost in the haze, can't see the shore. Keep swimming, but I'm sinking more. Lost in the haze, mind's a maze. Searching for peace peace in this endless fade.
Echoes in my head, they won't fade. Memory lane, potholes and mistakes I made. Chasing shadows, they got me running in place. Every wrong turn left a map on my face. Dreams cracked open, eggshell days. Scrambled thoughts, sunny sides of maze. Clock ticking loud, drowning my intention. Hands spinning circles, feeding my tension. Lost in the haze, can't see the shore. Keep swimming, but I'm sinking more. Lost in the haze, mind's a maze. Searching for peace in this endless phase. Yeah. Mirror talks back, whispers my flaws. Laughter's a band-aid, covering the cause. Mine's a haunted house, ghosts of the past. Skeleton closets, doors locked fast. Try to paint a smile, canvas won't dry. Tears in the corner, hiding in my eye. Lost in the haze, can't see the shore. Keep swimming, but I'm sinking more. Lost in the haze, mind's a maze. Searching for peace in this endless phase. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Late night talks with my shadow on the wall. Told him I'd climb, but I'm scared to fall. Clouds in my chest, storms in my brain. Umbrella dreams soaking in the rain. Soaking in the rain.
Yeah. Whoa. Hands shaking, the clock ticks slow. Thoughts racing, can't let it show. Bury my regrets in a bag of dust. Every mirror crack, reflections rust. Memories haunting like ghosts on the stairs. Whispers in my ear, they ain't playing fair. Spirals in the smoke, drowning in the haze. Lost in my own mind, stuck in this maze. What's the cost of the dreams I broke? Spirals in the smoke, spirals in the smoke. Crumpled bills, spent nights on the edge. Promises folded like paper on a ledge.
Speaking. If you spot one of the surveyors, try to stun it before you engage. They're said to be full of rare optics, so we might both come out of this ahead.
Head full of reruns, heart on airplane mode, talking to the ceiling. Therapist in my phone. I I've been tripping off decisions, bad auditions for my soul. Backseat of my brain, cruising holes in the road. Oh, homies turning ghosts, numbers dead in my notes. Told mom I'd call her back, then I drowned in the post. Medication on the table, motivation on E. Scrolling poison in the morning, pour anxiety tea. Smile in the photos, heavy metal in my chest. Turn the laughter to a mask, pin it over the mess. Searching for the meaning in the stains on the wall. Every plan that I plan hit a late night stall. Neighbor got smoke on his face off. Santa's still standing in the storm, but I'm sick of this weather.
Backseat of my brain.
I built my house on shifting sand. A castle crumbled in my hand.
Let's go to that location.
Thought I was flying, but I hit the ground. The echoes laughed, a hollow sound. But the cracks in the glass, they shine when the light hits just right. We're shattered and golden, broken but holding, pieces that gleam in the dark. Shattered and golden, bruised but still open, every scar's a work of art.
Don't shoot.
I ran from shadows in my mind, a maze of fear, a trap design. Painted my pain with a crooked brush, a silent scream.
Team up.
It was all too
Hey,
much.
team up. Don't
But
shoot.
the weight
Okay.
of the fall makes the rise feel so